Welcome to Sunday morning at South Brandon Worship Center.
Period of unrest for the people of God. The empire of King Herod, today we're going to call him Darth Herodias, was a dark force in the land of Judah. Things did not look good for the rebellion. Who would bring light to this dark situation? Wise men from the east believed that they had found the answer. These men were strong and wise, and they were known as Jedi. They were known as Magi. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. They discovered a new light in the night sky. It was a star. Please tell me this sounds familiar. Anybody? So they followed the star, believing that it would lead them to another light, a light for all people, the light of the world, the very Son of God. So we invite you to imagine with us as we go on a journey with three of these magi, as they follow the star. And though we have never met them, something about them might seem vaguely familiar. You could definitely say that in our sanctified imaginations that these three wise men are out of this world. These three mysterious visitors from the east were by all accounts very wise. They had it all. They had strength, they had courage, they had smarts. You could say that they were quite a force to be reckoned with. Thank you. Anyway, first of these wise men was young Duke Skywatcher.
Beautiful night for some sky watching.
And then there was the fiercely intelligent Only-One Kenobi.
Actually, there are over 100 billion stars in the Milky Way alone. Not counting the lesser-known galaxies of Snickers, Mars, and whatchamacallits. Amazing.
And of course, there was the debonair and daring Juan Solo.
Listen, Jabba, I will pay you back what I owe you. You know I'm good for it. Jabba, let's do coffee soon, okay? All right, later.
But for all of their strength, courage, and smarts, there was one area in which these wise men were not so wise after all.
Hey.
It's in the script.
That's not very nice to say. Only one? Aren't you going to defend our honor here?
What? Sorry. How dare you?
Anyway, there was one area in which these wise men were not so wise, and where they put their hope. You see, we all put our hope in something, and unless we put our hope in God, we're putting our hope in the wrong thing. In the case of Only-One Kenobi, he put his hope in his extreme intelligence.
If this is true, and we only use 10% of our brain power, what could we do with 48%?
In any situation he faced, Only-One relied on his intelligence to figure things out. In the case of Juan Solo, he put his trust in the almighty dollar.
Hey, Brent. No, I can't show my face in that quadrant anymore. Oh, and hey, give me 300 total credits on that. Tauntaun race is happening this weekend. Okay.
Whenever trouble arose, Juan relied on his bank account to bail him out.
I'll tell you what I put my hope in. The unchanging universe. You've got to put your hope in something that won't ever change. Money is always changing, and intelligence is way overrated. I trust in what I can see, feel. I trust this universe to never let me down. It never changes. Every night when I look into this sky, it's the same sky, the same constellations, the same moon, the same stars. I'm never going to look up there and suddenly see a new star!
What?
A new star! No!
Oh! Wait a minute. Why are we knowing for?
No, Juan, that's a new star. How can this be unless the universe has changed? Next thing you know, you're going to tell me that those stars are just swirling balls of gas millions of miles away.
Precisely.
Ah! Everything I've built my life upon is meaningless. All hope is lost.
Hope isn't lost, Duke Skywatcher. You just have to put your hope in the right place. Don't hope in the universe. Duh. Hope in the creator of the universe. Only one Kenobi. Don't put your hope in your intelligence. Put your hope in the master designer of your mind. And Han Solo, don't put your hope in money. Put your hope in the ultimate treasure. Put your hope in God.
This is all starting to make sense now. The very existence of a creation demands a creator. The smartest thing I can do is put my hope in God.
I can't count how many times I placed my faith in money and it still left me empty. This time that I put faith in something else.
Yeah, I see what you guys are saying. You know what? I'm going to follow that star. If this force went through the trouble of placing a whole new star in the universe, there has to be a reason. I'm going to trust God to show me what that reason is. Come on, guys.
Go ahead, Jim.
I might get some money.
The star trip begins with hope. A new hope. Get it? New hope? Stay with me. It's okay. The Magi followed the star with the belief, the new hope, that it would lead them to a new king. But this journey of hope began many years before that. For centuries, the faithful had put their trust in God to send a Savior to deliver them from their enemies. But God was preparing something greater. He was sending his own Son into the world, a Savior who would set us all free. God spoke through the prophet Isaiah, and he said, "For unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace, and the government will be upon his shoulders." God had not forgotten us. His promises were true. The Messiah, the Savior, the Christ would come. We now return to the adventures of Duke Skywatcher, Only One Kenobi, and Han Solo. When we last saw our three wise men, they had seen a new star appear out of nowhere, and with that star their faith awakened. They left all that they had known before, everything that they had believed in, to follow that star of promise. So let's follow them on their exciting adventures to see what awaits them on their amazing voyage.
So tired.
I'm exhausted like a bike behind a bus. Get it? I'm exhausted behind a bus.
We get it. It's just not funny. This place does make Tatooine look like a sandals resort. My feet are killing me. Even my blisters have blistered.
It's like this trip is never gonna end.
But guys, even though we're as weird as swamp rats, aren't you just totally excited?
Not really. You know, I think this star might just be messing with us, taking us on a wild bantha chase.
No, it's worse than that. It's like being broke.
But according to the ancient text, this star is a sign.
Speaking of signs, anything to see a McDonald's sign right now. I'm so hungry.
Unfortunately, Duke, we're not going to see a McDonald's sign way out here. We're in the middle of the McDesert.
Burger Lord be good right about now.
Love her.
Slave.
I love Ewok filet. That's a great one.
You walk the legs closed on Sundays.
But guys, even though I'm starving, I'm still psyched out of my mind about this whole Messiah business. I'm really pumped about it. We're going to see the new king.
Are we really going to meet the new king? Because I don't feel like we're going to get there. Maybe there's no point to this journey. I just want to go home.
Guys, listen. How's it out? Get up, come on. Stand up, let's go, come on. I want you to look up in the sky. Look up there, what do you see?
A star. The same star we've been following forever.
It's not just a star, Duke.
Is it Death Star?
No, silly, it's not a death star. But you could call it a life star. It is a sign of life, hope for a new king, a star of promise. And when God makes a promise, he keeps it every time. Duke, use the faith, Duke. Use the faith to fulfill your destiny. You know you sense God calling you, Duke. Use the faith, Duke.
You're right. It is time to use the faith to fulfill my destiny and follow the light.
You got me. Count me in, kid. I think I'm gonna go with on this one.
Do this.
That's great. I'm more excited than Jar Jar Binks after speech therapy.
For real though, guys, please. Can you find something to eat on the way? Maybe Jawa jerky.
Ooh, Java.
Ran 4 wings. Or steamed starlet. I'll take anything.
I'll take all of it.
I love those rainbow wings.
Faith had awakened. God had created a new star to get the attention of these stargazers. He had literally caused heaven and earth to collide one starry night as he welcomed his son in the form of a baby, calling shepherds, kings, and angels to worship him. And now God invites all of us to come and adore him. He is Christ the King. Eventually, our stargazers arrived in Jerusalem. The temple of God was in Jerusalem. The emperor's palace was in Jerusalem. Surely this would be the perfect place to find the king that God had promised. The current ruler of the land was Herod, Darth Herodias. He was feared by his people, disliked by his own family, a terrible, awful ruler who frightened everyone in his path. He was not a very nice man.
I won't. There's a rebellion striking up among your subjects. You must do something.
Do my ears deceive me? Or did you just tell me what to do?
Excuse me, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
That doesn't work. You're so mean!
What is on the agenda today, my apprentice?
Yes, my master. Let's see. At 1:15, you go down to the Empire jail to torture prisoners.
Right.
At 2:30, you're having your own parents arrested.
Let's move the parent thing up to 11:30. That way they can participate in the torture.
It shall be done, my master. And also, you have visitors, wise men from the east.
What do they want? Send them in. welcome to my empire.
Thanks.
I know why you've come and what you're here to do. So go ahead and do it.
What am I doing now?
Strike me down.
Pardon me?
I can feel your anger. Give in to your hatred and strike me down.
I don't hate you. I don't think I really have a reason to, sir. I mean, we just met and all, so.
You don't want to strike me down? I thought you might want to strike me down.
No.
Okay, my bad. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
We've come to see the King of the Jews.
The new king.
Yes, the King of the Jews. We've come to see him.
Excuse me for a moment. Apprentice! These wise guys say that a new king has been born. I can't have anyone taking my throne away now, can I? The child must be found, and he must be destroyed.
Yes, my master. According to the ancient writings, the Savior has already been born in a village known as Bethlehem.
Excellent. You must go to Bethlehem, my puny little friends. There you will find the child whom the Jews call Savior has been born.
Awesome. That means our journey is finally almost over.
Yes, we must find him.
How about this? When you find him, report back to me and tell me where he is.
Oh, so you can go and worship him too?
Yes. I want to take care of this precious child. Apprentice.
You know, we've learned so much on our journey. I have a feeling this new king is going to change everything.
Let's go. Let's get out of this place.
How will our wise men respond to the light of Jesus? How will we respond? Will we be like Darth Herodias? Will we fight against the light? Will we try to deny it? Or will we try to destroy it? Or will we make another choice and be changed by his light to bring all of our darkness, our sin and our shame to Jesus and allow him to replace it with his light, his love, his peace? When we allow his light to shine in our hearts, the force of his light will be strong with us, and we will shine bright in our world. We now enter the final episode of Star Trek with Duke Skywatcher, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Han Solo, as they follow the star, drawing ever closer to the Christ child. Their epic quest ends at the childhood home of Jesus, where the star stopped.
Let's find out what barn this kid is laying in.
The child has probably grown since we started our journey. They probably moved on from their stable environment. Stable environment.
I think actually that we should be looking for like a compact casa of carpenter.
Hello. Can I help you guys find something?
Sorry, ma'am. I love your hair.
Thank you.
It's really nice with the side.
I've never seen that before.
So, were you guys on some kind of journey?
Oh,
Yes. We've been following a star, which is supposed to lead us to... Well, now that's weird.
What's weird?
brought gifts. From the Droid foundries of Geonosis, I bring Pierce Gold.
From the spice mines of Kessel, I bring frankincense to the Savior of the world.
And from the forest of Dor, I bring you myrrh to the one Son of God.
I'm overwhelmed. You've traveled so far and you've given the best you have to offer. Can you say thank you?
What we can give doesn't compare to what God has given us. A chosen one to destroy the dark side.
I knew it. I knew someone was going to strike me down.
This child is a great disturbance to the dark side. Let's get out of here.
They look alike.
Wait, stand together. Stand together. Hey, they do look, they do favor one another.
They look like they could be brothers and
Brothers and sisters, definitely.
So please join me in giving some applause for the cast and crew of Star Trek. Featuring Jacob Austin as Luke Skywalker. Ron Vargas as Juan Solo. Rich Teeman as the Emperor. Patrick Childers as the Lord Vader. Kristen Conley as Beautiful Mary. Servant number 1 was played by Isabel Thomas, and Andrew Evans was the chosen one. Let's give it up for our narrator, Janelle Sutfield. Also, is a Holocaust explorer, Janelle. Let's hear it for this wonderful worship team right here. All those wonderful technical people who make it all happen in the back of the team.
This Christmas, may you receive the gift that God offers you, joy, peace, and salvation through His Son, Jesus Christ.